Many people always ask us how an LED sign, a programmable LED sign, really works, and I'll try to give you a little understanding and how the system works. There are several components to making a display. First of all, this is the board right here. If you look closely, you'll notice hundreds of, not actually thousands and hundreds of thousands of dots. I'll bring this in for you to take a look at. See these white dots? These are all LED chips. Each one of these MaxxLite LED chips produces 281 trillion colors. Every one of these little guys right here, 281 trillion colors produced at 10,000 nit capability on this board. What that means is you can have full color text, graphics, video, and so on, out of this beautiful little screen right here. And obviously that's just one small component. To understand the system, it's in multiple components, but the main computer system is the what we call the control card. This is our MaxxLite control card right here. It's one of the most powerful and dynamic control systems in the world. It has many features and capabilities. The controller transmits media data to a receiving card here and the hub card here, which are joined together, and I'll explain that also. The receiving card here holds the configuration of the specific LED module, because we might have different modules. It might be a 13 millimeter, a 10 millimeter, a 4 millimeter, all the way down to maybe a 2 millimeter or 1.9 millimeter pitch resolution. So the receiving card will hold that data, and it will be translated through our hub card to the LED modules themselves. So I'll tell you a little bit about our control card. Our MaxxLite LED controller is very powerful and very dynamic, asynchronous controller system with advanced features. Some of these features include like onboard memory, multiple expansion slots for advanced memory should it ever be needed. It also has a 4G slot for cellular communication, and that's our 4G module on the back. This guy right here. This is a cellular 4G module that we apply, giving our controller access to cellular communication. It has multiple apex connectors. If you notice here on the card, there's 1, 2, and 2 for cellular, and there's an auxiliary also. Typically a single antenna is used, but what we do is we like to be redundant, and we actually use 3 antennas on our system because we want to get the maximized feed and results. And we like to be redundant because should anything fail, we'll always have a backup. Rarely ever happens. I would say 1 in 2,000 or even less, but I like to have the extra redundancy on here. For input into our controller, we have many options as well. It could have USB port access, direct Ethernet access, and obviously additionally we have Wi-Fi access, so you can connect this directly from your laptop to the display access. But all of our displays over the last several years have been cellular, so that we actually program these through our cellular 4G connections over the cloud system through our website MaxxLite.com. Doing so allows you to program your display from anywhere in the world, as long as you have an internet access from anywhere. You could be on, you could be at home, you could be at the office, you could be on a cruise ship, on an airplane, anywhere you have internet access, you could program your LED display. and our slot here for SIM cards as well, so that that'll give your 4G controller your service. That's the controller. Most of the features anyway. Oh, by the way, our controller also has audio output. So that means if you are displaying one of these guys and you want the audio to be joined with your content, it does have an audio 3.5mm jack right there. One other nice, beautiful feature is that we have our light sensor port, so that your sign is completely adjustable to daylight, night light, and so on. So your screen will automatically adjust the brightness based on ambient light. It's a very wonderful feature, and it is actually required, I would say, by at least 80 to 90% of all jurisdictions across the United States, that you must have some kind of light control system. Ours offers multiple systems for light control, light sensors being one of them, as well as program based on day, based on location, and so on. Our system also, our controller system with our cloud-based feature, allows for reading of local weather forecast and displaying them on the screen as well, along with time, which is a very standard feature. So from our control card, also redundant, is we have two Ethernet ports here. One is primary, the second is a backup. So from our Ethernet port, we will deliver the content and data, media data, to our receiving card. So our receiving card is what houses the translation of the card itself, or the LED modules themselves. The how many dots high, how many dots wide, what sequence these are in, which module first, module second, and how large it is, and so on and so forth. We might have multiple screens playing simultaneously, and all that configuration is stored within the receiver card. To output from the receiver card to the actual module itself is our hub card. This is, for example, our hub 105. For this particular one, we use what's called a hub 75, but this one will suffice for the demo, which plugs right into the port here. And this particular one allows for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 output ports. So what that means, you might be able to have 8 of these modules up and down, and that'll be controlled with this hub card. There is a flat 16-pin ribbon cable that goes from here to the back of these modules. That's basically how it works. In an overview, control card, which receives the media file and stores it. It's almost like a very powerful media player with multiple features. From the controller card, the data is sent to the receiver card, and the receiver card does the translation and the configuration, and the hub card takes that data and transmits it to the LED modules for display. And obviously all those bells and whistles I spoke about through our website, MaxxLite.com, through the cloud-based portal to control this beautiful display of 281 trillion colors of text, graphics, and video, and so many other features. You could even do streaming content via web and so on, depending on your signal strength at the location. But that's it. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of understanding of our system and the technology where we're at. But every one of our displays has a minimum of these components. There's a few other things for the cooling system and climate control and so on. But this gives you a good perspective of what goes on inside one of our LED displays. Thank you and have a wonderful day.